Yo, someone fucking showed me this goddamn game that just came out. And again, I'm looking at this photo. I'm looking at whatever the fuck this is supposed to be. And I'm like, yeah, this is pretty much par for the course. So the game's called Relooted, and I looked at the gameplay, and the gameplay isn't really that bad. I hate that it's more of a jumping puzzle and not like a strategy game. Like, what's like a top down strategy game, real time strategy, that there was not really combat per se, but you're switching between one character to another to try avoiding shit. I cannot get over this look. See, why do a lot of people that make games of this nature have to make some of the most unappealing looking fucking characters known to man? Like, this is a ma'am. Like, she doesn't even look half bad. I mean, I guess they're trying to go with that sort of futuristic style. But you could go, the whole Star Trek route. Why do you need all these? Or I guess it's trying to portray African culture, but the question is, like, what African culture? African American culture in the future? I don't know. Apparently, the point of this game is to steal artifacts that were from, like, steal things that were in museums, like artifacts in museums, and give them back to Africans. And it's like, people don't really understand the premise of Indiana Jones. Like the saying that thing belongs in a museum means it belongs to everybody to see. Not just for some wealthy, rich prick to just sell it, make millions, and just fucking live off that money. It's in a museum publicly funded by people's taxpayer money so they can enjoy it. And it's like, how would we be able to put in the time and effort and infrastructure and people towards understanding what the fuck the artifacts even say? Because trying to translate an old, like, the language of an old dead civilization is not easy. Like, we don't have the necromancers that exist to bring back the dead of old ancient civilizations. So I'm wondering, okay, so according to this game, who has the IP rights to these artifacts? I mean, it's a premise that does not make any sense. Like, I want to like this game. I like sci-fi, but this just isn't it. I cannot stop looking at this thing right here. Imagine the 2099 and the transatlantic return treaty is falling apart as Western museums find ways to wriggle out of promises to return stolen African treasure. Again, like, return them where? Africa is just not this one conglomerate country. Like, there's many tribes, many peoples. Like, the people that sit on that land today isn't the people that got the artifacts was made from. Fed up with the trickery, artifacts experts Professor Grace decide to take matters in their own hands. And the South African knows the perfect people to help. Her grandchildren, whatever the fuck, her former student, I can't read that. In an abandoned warehouse in Johannesburg, Professor Grace sets out her high-stakes plan to break into museums and private collections and take back artifacts mostly plundered during colonial times. Again, it's a futuristic time, like a futuristic setting. Like, if these were like alien artifacts, that would be one thing. You know, alien artifacts that, you know, and we're going back into Stargate type shit. Where, like, the Goa'uld and all of them. See, that would be cool. Like, if you're going to have a futuristic setting, like, you have to have futuristic shit. You know, setting aside them just not understanding why the artifacts in museums exist. If you're going to have this setting, like, it can't just be an aesthetic. It has to make sense. Like, you can't just have sci-fi because of sci-fi. Otherwise, why not just have this in a modern day? I guess the sci-fi is for, like, the puzzles and shit. None of this is real, rather it's a narrative of Relooted, what its creator called an African futuristic heist game, released on Tuesday. You know, if a company would release this game, like what? A company like Rockstar, by a bunch of white dudes, it would be racist. But it's released by, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming the people that released this game are African Americans or other Africans, because if not, I mean, we're being told stereotypes are bad, but then they make games that fit the fucking stereotype, but I guess because they have a plot behind it, whatever. What's the high story with a difference? There's no big payday at the end of the heist, and the characters don't have a criminal background. They are motivated not by money, but by ever-shifting goalposts. The latest amendment to the Transatlantic Return Treaty means only artifacts on public display have to be returned. The Western museums are now busy wrapping up objects and putting them into storages. Sports scientist Molly is the mastermind of the character through which the game is played, helped by colleagues from across the continent. I mean, again, this just seems like a boring plot. Again, if you're going to have futuristic, have like them be made by, I don't know, fucking Wakanda, some shit. You know, you have like there's nothing epic or cool or interesting about this. It's just, oh, we want to make this game, and just it happens to be in the future. Molly reluctantly agreed to the first heist to prove how dangerous the whole thing is. The game's director, I cannot fucking say that, told BBC she would do anything for her family, and she joins them as a way to protect them from themselves and the real danger that is involved in the heist. No, Molly is a parkour legend, uses those skills. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just, one, it does not seem like the type of game I would play. Despite looking, like, I've seen the game, it looks like a interesting game. It's just, it's not the type of game I'd play. And I don't know why they actively put visuals that they know is just ugly in the game. And none of this really looks cool. I mean, that looks fine. Like, maybe they can take, you know, some from Cyberpunk 2077 if you want cool looking aesthetics. But this, again, it's like a side scroller puzzle game. I don't know. What can I say? Well, I say this in every video. What can I say that hasn't already been said? If you're going to have a cool futuristic setting, have cool futuristic shit. Not just whatever the fuck the plot this is supposed to be. Oh yeah, someone showed me a picture of an obese 15-year-old girl with her belly out, and I'm like, why do you need to make her look fucking weird? It's like, again, 15-year-old. She doesn't have to look pretty, but she doesn't have to look like an obese child. And again, we're talking fiction. You could have made her hot and 18 years old. Like, they deliberately decided to create that character that way, just like they deliberately decided to make the ma'am right here. And you have to wonder why they did this. But anyway, yeah, I'm tired. There's nothing more I can say about this game. I mean, people are they kept saying, "Oh no, the game's good." No, but the game peaked at like what 50 fucking players. Like nobody, like, and it's probably people memeing on the game mostly, which I guess is something really, but whatever. That's all I gotta say about this. Peace.